If we found out that the world was gonna end on Tuesday morning, what would everybody do? Yeah. And it's funny how the thought of that can make some things real important, and a lot of things seem pretty worthless too. But I'd be dead.
What's up? How y'all doing? Lonray, Status Quo Magazine, staff writer, event organizer, and right now we're in 18th and between Thompson and Siebert in North Philadelphia. And the cool thing about where we're at right now is we're actually like in the middle of where two worlds meet. So to my left, your right, that's Center City, Philadelphia, and all the nice parts that come this way, if you will. And to my right, your left, we get closer and closer towards North Philadelphia. Today we're asking people, how do they feel about the criminal justice system? Is it fair? Does it target a certain type of people? And just trying to get their thoughts. Real people, real Philadelphia, real North Philly. Philadelphia is known for, among other things, Temple University. So we're here on Temple's campus. Right now we're on Cecil B. Moore and Broad Street. We're going to figure out what people think about about criminal justice in Philadelphia.
Would you say the criminal justice system is fair?
No,
And why?
because a lot of things that people are being accused of is not really being totally investigated to find out if it's true or not.
I think many times it is, but it is flawed, and I think a lot of people are negatively hurt by it because it's not used the way it could or should be.
Philadelphia or just in general?
In general.
I had to say no.
No. Okay, why? Why would you say that?
I mean, basically the streets of Philadelphia isn't safe, and
Yeah.
when most like black communities, mostly stuff happens and all that. It's just like the police don't care about anything that happens, and when they do get caught or when they do get in that type of situation, it's just unfair for mostly the black people, not mostly the white minorities and all that.
Gotcha.
I don't know much about it, but from what I have seen and heard of, it is not fair.
So you mean the criminal justice system in the United States? And that would be asking me if I think judges are fair, if I think witnesses are honest, and especially prosecutors and police officers.
No, I don't think it's fair. I've never felt like the criminal justice system was fair, just because just in the government and all that in general, there's so many secrets that people have, and there's so many things people can do that they won't tell you about. So I don't think it's fair at all.
And I would have to say that I hope most judges are fair. I do think that police officers probably lie more than most witnesses because they need to protect whatever they envision their role to be in society. I never get picked for criminal trials because I say this to the judge. I would not believe police officers necessarily because I think that is our police system.
Do you think there's a specific group of people that are targeted more so than others?
People with power are the ones who are the perpetrators. So who has power in the society? The judges and the police. Not some poor person, 15-year-old, 80-year-old, it doesn't matter. An individual has no power against a system. And that's how I look at it.
Yeah, definitely minorities and definitely males who are minorities.
disproportionately affects people of color always, people of low income. If it's like we're sticking to just white people, poor people in the South are always like disproportionately affected by those kind of laws.
Like a specific group?
Yeah, I mean examples of groups, would you say?
Well, definitely people of color. Definitely. And it gets even worse if they're a woman or if they're part of the LGBT community as well. So I guess all these intersections just make it even worse.
The black community mostly.
I think people that lower income, people who are in areas that don't have a lot going on in terms of thriving retail or business or economy, or they don't have a lot of support from the government, minorities, let's not kid ourselves. They're unfairly targeted in a lot of points. You see it a lot of times. It's evident and it's unfortunate.
And where do you think the unfairness in the system comes from?
I guess it comes from lack of knowledge and just like being brought up the way you are because, yeah, I guess it really just starts from like how you're brought up and what you believe in.
Institutional racism, the history of this country.
I like to think that it comes from fear. So pretty much groups of people that usually are the superior group feel threatened and they're scared. So it makes it more likely for them to treat other people wrong.
The idea of white privilege, and whites don't even know what that means, most whites. So it stems from stratification of the economy and everything wrapped into that.
I think it comes from capitalism controlling a lot of the decision making that happens, and unfortunately I think what happens is it drives decision making that is beneficial for few and not many.
It started too long ago and people just like let shit slide for too long, like weren't keeping it updated. I mean, shit's in place that's like hundreds of years old that was like meant to specifically target people and benefit other people.
And I think that it's systemic. I think what happens is lower income, lower economic areas who don't get access to good education or the right education don't learn what they can or should be doing, or what the rules are, the laws are, what resources they have available, or ways to not be in trouble for no reasons. And I think then it ultimately puts them in a position to get in trouble when they don't intend to. And I think it's unfair, and I think people aren't given the opportunity. And unfortunately, ignorance does not get you out of the law, but also not giving education, purposely inhibiting education, does not make the world any better. It's unfair.
If we could have important people, the president, all that kind of stuff, here, and they asked you, how do you think we could fix this? Maybe one suggestion on how do you think we could fix it? No idea. Do you think it's fixable though?
I would hope it is, but can I say it and really mean it?
You know, unfortunately, I think it comes down to people.
Start by seeing everyone as people, and like not by what makes them different from who we are. I know it's very like, it's just like in the mind. It's not like an actual policy or something like that.
One way to fix anything would be education, and just educating people on like the way to properly handle different situations and stuff like that.
It can only be fixed with integrity. And integrity can be individual, it can be systemized.
Well, the government in a whole need to be changed.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think we have to put more money on the front end. We have to have after-school programs for kids. It's no different than asking me how to fix diabetes, right? It's a whole system. We need healthy diet, we need healthy exercise. We need things for kids to do. We need the possibility of dreams for every child. It doesn't exist now.
There is a hell of a lot of ignorance amongst our peers on what they think is right, wrong, or even general accuracy. And I think stereotypes and misled media, and I think an unwillingness to go out and meet your community, and is inhibiting that. And I wish I could say the answer is people, because I think ultimately it is, but I think it's just not going to happen until we take a bigger look at budgets and finance and things that nobody can really solve right now, and I hate to say it, it's got to become a little bit more socialist, where we do find ways to educate people and create community and break down barriers. And it's all these lofty goals that I think we're all afraid to do, but we could just do it if we did.
I'm Casey McKenna.
They call me Seppi.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Landry.
My name is Jackie Tanaka.
Ramel.